Okay, so we're live on stuff. So we connected a video source. We did the step one. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Engaged Family Gaming Podcast. Just doing a little bit of magic here to make sure that we're like doing the thing.
That's our secret, Cap. We're always magic.
Yeah, I can see us on. I can see us on Twitch. So
you see us on Twitch. Yeah, we're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, and I am about. I think we are in fact live on the Facebook. No, it would help if I. We're almost there. We're almost there. Posting live. Sorry, everybody. We're doing a little bit of what's the word? Tech support
Technical
theater.
support theater.
That's how we do. And because everything is done.
I shared Twitch in the Facebook group.
Thank you, because Linda is not here. It's just the three of us. We don't have the adult in the room, and that's like kind of scaring me. You know?
Mom's not here.
Mom's not here, so we're just kind of making it work, you know. And
We'll fix it in post.
yeah, I guess we might have to, because the Facebook thing is not. This is really weird. Why it is not working again? Because okay, I promise I'll get this right. All right, I'm going to allow myself one more moment to get this live. I cannot do that because then I'd have to stop the stream. So we're not going to do that. So I guess we're just not on Facebook today. That's a bummer. Okay, so we're just not on Facebook today. So, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Engaged Family Gaming Podcast. My name is Steven Dutzman, I'm your host, and I am joined by two of my very best friends in the whole wide world. Today, we're having a quieter podcast day while the board gaming world gets ready for Gen Con next weekend. And the three of us are going to have a quiet day to talk about some very loud video games and some very loud video game announcements. So without further ado, let's do some introductions for everybody. First off, on the far right, we have the man behind the curtain, John Tomlinson. John, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Great. And then in the middle chair, the center square, as it were, my very best friend in the whole wide world, the Princess of Power, Manda Farrow. Manda, how are you?
I gotta say, it was a long work day, but I love podcast night. So.
Podcast night is and continues to be best night. And
absolutely,
we've actually got some pretty fun stuff to talk about this week, which it's not that we have unfun stuff to talk about, but there's like a cacophony of fun that we get to deal with this week, which is fun.
Heck yeah.
And part of that, we did have to take a couple of weeks off. I was not feeling well last episode, and Everybody else was kind of busy. There was just like a smorgasbord of nonsense, a cacophony of fun, a smorgasbord of nonsense, a huddle of silliness that prevented us. But we are all back. So Linda sends her best. She's currently getting ready to run a 4K in Utah.
Oh, wow.
Or not a 4K, a 10K in Utah. I don't know where I got a 4K, 10K. And Jeff is in a play, and so he has a rehearsal because he is one of the leads in that play. So I'm very excited. We are excited to hear about all that next time. But let's talk about good news. I want to share mine. I'm going to start, and that is that I saw Superman, and it was really good.
It was, wasn't it?
Loved it so much.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Nothing but good things to say about it. And I got to say, I haven't had good things to say about a Superman movie since, I don't know, Christopher
Long
Reeves.
time. Yeah, long time. I think you are not the first person to say that specific thing, that they didn't like other iterations and that this one feels like a return to form. For me, there were two things that really did this for me. I think the biggest one is I really wanted a Boy Scout, like an awkward Boy Scout Superman, as opposed to the God among men Superman, which, like, I understand that personification, like, I get it. And there are Superman stories where that's important. But like what we needed right now was awkward human Boy Scout Superman and optimistic heroism. And we got it, and it was great. And the dog was awesome. And also, Lois Lane was a really good Lois Lane.
She was wonderful. I love Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she was actually a journalist. And like, as much as I love Amy Adams and like Henry Cavill, they're good actors and they were good in those roles. It's just the writing wasn't there, the vibe wasn't there. But the two of them in this, it's about journalism and it's about being passionate about taking care of your community. And that's what the uproar is. It's just like, oh no, like being good to each other is a problem now. It's such an amazing movie. And a good
it was so
message.
great.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching a TikTok, as I am wont to do on occasion, and there was a guy that suggested that Henry Cavill should be Batman in this universe. And you know what? I'm not mad about it because he's built like Batman. And because he would need to be in this universe since everybody's so big and strong. I don't know.
Well,
I think it's great.
Momoa next year as Lobo, which is amazing casting. Because
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just crazy and everything. So anyway, that's my good news. My good news is one of the two movies that I was very excited this year I got to see, and it was awesome. And Fantastic Four comes out this Friday, and I get to, and it could almost be 2 for 2. If they're 2 for 2 really good, like my whole summer is made. So I'm hopeful because man, this Fantastic Four looks so good.
It really does.
I am here. Oh my
I
God.
got tickets for Thursday afternoon at like 2:30 in Manchester.
I think I haven't gotten my tickets yet, but I'm just going to go at midnight one of the nights this weekend, I think, because I can't wait. I am worried. I wasn't worried about Superman spoilers because, like, I don't know. But I'm worried about this one, so I'm gonna go. It's because, like, Superman, I don't know enough that, like, out of context stuff like would be totally irrelevant to me. But like I know these guys, so it's like
That's fair.
it's like an Avengers movie. Like, yeah, I kind of gotta go see that real fast, or like Transformers, you know. So anyway, so Amanda,
Yeah.
we do. What's your good news this week? Do we have anything?
Yeah, I do. So during the Summer of Strange Scaffold event, we announced the next game that I'm working on, which is
Oh my
called
gosh.
Truck-kun is Supporting Me from Another World. And we gave almost no information on it.
Truck-kun is supporting me from another world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna guess.
Okay. We can play it as a guessing game.
This is my guess. What we're gonna do is when it comes out, we'll replay this clip
Okay.
and figure it out. So this is my prediction. It's a card-based roguelike. That's it. That's my prediction.
Okay.
That's it.
So
Probably
you say,
not.
Truckcoon?
Truck-kun is supporting me from another world?
Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna say it's a like driving cross country type game.
oh man, is it like Desert Bus? Only good. It's like
Desert Bus does its own thing. It's its own
watch it out.
vibe.
It'd be like Desert Bus, but with Rocket Raccoon in it.
Interesting. Interesting.
Listen, I'd play Desert Bus if it just had Rocket Raccoon, like just cussing at people
No, that's real.
and like trying to steal dudes' legs as he drives by. You know, the non-existent dudes, because Desert Bus
course.
doesn't have dudes. Anyway, if you want any of these ideas for design, you can just take it. You want to just, put it on a bus in the desert with Rocket
I
Raccoon.
love it. I love
I
it.
can't imagine Disney would have a problem with that. You guys can handle licensing. It would give Mike work.
And
right?
you know what? You're not wrong.
So
You're
that's
not
it.
wrong.
That's all right. And
So that's my big news.
So I will put a pin in that, and we can talk about why I have card-based roguelikes in my brain when we get to the games that I have been playing. John, what do you got for us? You got any good news?
So also saw Superman, amazing. I went to Hershey Chocolate World, which is the interactive factory experience
Okay.
next to Hershey Park. So like you could do both, or you could just do one. The wife isn't really into like amusement parks, so I was like, well, we'll just do this, and we'll do the your own candy bar. And we basically we dropped our friend off at the airport, then continued down, and ended up spending the night before. But I realized that morning I screwed up. I reserved on the wrong day. Luckily, had a phenomenal customer service lady. She switched over the reservation to that day, and pushed us along our way. We went on
that's lovely.
the train experience where you go through the different Jolly Rancher land and Reese's Cups land and all that kind of stuff, which was amazing. It's basically you go in a theater, completely animated and really good. They pipe in the smells of the candy when you're in a different land. That was really
Really?
cool. Yeah.
That's
and you-
fascinating.
and it's choose your own adventure. So they vote on it with the buttons, and there's like 6 different lands after you get past the first one. So that was amazing. And then we did the build your own candy bar, which was only like $20 or so. Each of those experiences are $20. But the actual factory tour, which is just like a cart that goes through animatronics and all that kind of stuff, is absolutely free. And when you go to the beginning of it, there is a Pokemon map, and they show you where all the Pokemon are hidden along the factory tour.
Oh, that's
Yo, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was amazing. Other than that, that's about it. Going to see Fantastic Four Thursday.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. Man,
We're going on the weekend.
is that a Wholesome Games Direct shirt you're wearing?
It sure is.
Hey, I knew
Came in
the
yesterday,
vibe.
finally.
I knew the vibe.
I
the
always
vibe.
get the Wholesome Direct shirts because I love to support my friends over at Wholesome Direct.
We absolutely love the shirt. A+ shirt choices.
Thanks,
So,
Jesse.
listen, that's 3 pieces of good news, and hopefully Fantastic Four will be great. So we'll have another couple of good ones. And obviously Linda's going to come back with the news of her run in a couple of weeks. So it'll be good. I have some secret good news that I can't share until an embargo lifts, which will also be very, very cool. Thanks to some friends. It is conveniently timed around Gen Con, so it will be interesting stuff. So, okay, so now that we've talked about that, let's talk about the games that we have been playing. And I think the elephant in the room, or should I say the 500-pound gorilla in the room, is Donkey Kong Bonanza. I know I have played it. I know John has played it. Amanda,
have
has anyone
not.
in your house played it?
Not yet.
You guys have been busy, I know.
We have been, yeah. We were down in Maryland this weekend for a Ren Fair thing. Wasn't for Ren Fair, that's not until August, but
you were doing a thing. You were busy. I know you and I talked, you were busy. So let's talk very briefly about Donkey Kong, because I know Jeff wants to talk about it a lot. So, and there's going to be more to it. I'm just going to say it straight up. I think it's absolutely getting all the praise that it is getting. It deserves. I think it's very, very good.
That's wonderful.
I think that if you came into it thinking that all it was just Minecraft with a gorilla and you're just smashing things, then you're missing the point. It is a 3D platformer where you happen to be able to break stuff. But the 3D platforming is very cool. I have really bad buttons, so I struggle with like multi-button combinations in some cases. This game is kind of hitting a really good sweet spot for me. I think it's very cool. It's very fun. It's gorgeous. The music is super fun. The one criticism that I had, and this actually came from, it's one of those things that Jake gave me the feedback and I couldn't unhear it, is that it really frustrated him that Pauline has voice acting. Okay. And no one else does. Everybody else talks in like Simlish, basically. And so she talks in English with subtitles, but nobody else talks in English. So he's like, I don't like the fact that I have to switch back and forth to reading the subtitles and whatever. And so you know what we did? We rolled on into the settings and we just made her speak Dutch because we don't understand Dutch. And Pauline speaking Dutch, basically Simlish, and that was the solution. And you can choose anything. The simplified Chinese was actually great.
That's rad.
And there's like 9 different languages that you can choose from. And so we just took advantage of the localization tracks and just found, all of us in the house have found one for her that doesn't work. I'm really disappointed that the Japanese one was not like from an old samurai movie. Like I was kind of wishing that it would just be like this really deep samurai voice, like yes,
that's amazing.
But no, none of that. So anyway, John, what do you think? Is it worth the praise or worthy of the praise?
So yes, I don't think it's like I know IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. I do think it's a very solid 9. But I would not go for 10 out of 10. It definitely is contender for something like Mario Odyssey because it's the same team. It's just different mechanic, different like goals and different features that add to the game as you go along. The bosses are pretty good. Like I was actually very surprised. Some of them you could just roll over, but like some of them have some challenge to it. But like, it definitely is a collectathon and a half. A lot like
it is Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, it's so much collecting because like you find bananas. Once you find 5 bananas, you unlock a skill point. Those skill points start off at 1. They go up to 4 for each thing, or 5, I think, on some of them. And you need to collect 20 of them to unlock all the skills in that one. So like it gets to be a lot after a while. So, yeah. But it's really cool. I do enjoy it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
but that's not the only game I played.
Well, it's not the only game I played either, so we can talk about some other stuff. So we're going to talk more about Donkey Kong when Jeff is here, and I suspect we're going to talk a little bit more about Donkey Kong as the Game of the Year competition starts to come up because this is an it's EE for everyone, so there's not a lot of other games there. So I think it kind of owns that position in our Game of the Year awards, but. We're gonna be talking about this one for a while. I really like it. I'm deliberately chunking it up. It's kind of funny. The day that it came out, or the day after it came out, I found myself playing Final Fantasy X on the Switch 2. Like, hey, I got all this stuff to do. I got all this work to do. I needed a comfort game. And so what did I do? I needed to go back into Spira and play. And man, like, it looks great. But there's just something about that music, and there's something about that comfort. Just everybody has a comfort game, right? Everybody has a game that when they play it, the music and just the aesthetic, the noise that you make when you move the cursor around the menus, that little tweet in Final Fantasy X just calmed me down. There's just something about it. Absolutely loved it. So, and it was on sale, so I couldn't not get it. My wife looked at me funny. She's like, "Don't we own this on like a whole bunch of things?" And I'm like, "Babe, listen, it's Final Fantasy X. How many copies of your favorite books do we have? It's okay." Yeah. But what else have you been playing, John? Actually, wait. Before we go, Amanda, have you been playing anything that you can talk about, or is it lots of redacted? Because
there's quite a bit of redacted, but mostly from a game dev perspective, not doing any consulting.
Well, what have you been playing recently? You and I have not talked a lot about games because we've been grousing about the state of the world.
Yeah. So the vast majority of what I've been playing lately is like a combination of Tiny Tina's Wonderland, because I started playing that with my dad and my partners. You could hear Mike in the background.
Getting ready for Borderlands.
It's not even to get ready for Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually not. I don't play a lot of Borderlands. The humor just hasn't really resonated with me in a long time. But Tiny Tina, on the other hand, reminds me of Vivian, my daughter. So I was like immediately all in. I'm like, didn't I give birth to this child? Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure that chaos is familiar. So I've been playing that with my dad and my partners.
Which character are you playing?
I am playing as the Clawbringer. So I have like a little pet dragon that follows me around and like dive bombs my enemies. It is like shockingly an excellent game. The writing is really on point. The voice acting is great. Like it's just a good game. That's older. One of the newer games that I've been playing, other than Clair Obscur, is this little game called Squeakross, which is a Picross game where it's also Animal Crossing.
Yeah, we actually talked about that after the thing, and I'm so man, that's a wholesome direct highlight for me. And so is it really like what it says on the tin, like no secrets? It's Picross, but you're making furniture?
That's literally it.
Love it.
There is nothing else going on here, and honestly, it's an extremely pure experience, and I'm really enjoying myself.
It is not at all a criticism. Sometimes you just want a game to be what it is,
Yeah, real.
And when we saw that, I was like, man, listen, it's Picross, but we get to just decorate a mouse's house. That sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah. It's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted.
I'm so thrilled about that. Let me tell you. Well, actually, John, you go next, and then I'll round it up with the game on Steam that stole an entire weekend from me.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to hearing that story.
So for comfort game, I would say Castlevania Symphony Unite. That's a game that I could just pick up and go.
There's a miserable pile of secrets. That's you. That's John Thomas.
Love it. But games that I've been playing, I finished Death Stranding a little over a week after I got it. Very amazing game, very well acted. Does a lot of interesting stuff with it. Very much more the same. But I did finally pick back up Final Fantasy 16, which I put down for almost a whole year, I think.
Yes.
So there was one thing that took me out of it. There was one, I think it's like the first time you turned into like a big kaiju fight.
Okay,
and then there's
fair.
like Technic music during that battle. I was just like, what's going on here? And it doesn't appear again.
It's just some light EDM. It's fine.
Light EDM out of nowhere. Very good game. Did like the ending and all that. That like finally finished that one. And then this week, Alan Wake 2 is on sale for $20 on Epic. Finally picked that up. So that's my day game. And then my bed game is Donkey Kong. So
Nice.
It's a
should be
pretty
all
good
done with
lineup.
those, yeah, by the time we meet next. So
Sounds great to me. So I was sent a code. Thank you. Who's the developer for this? I'm not sure. Thank you to the PR company, but I was sent a code for an indie game called Drill Core.
Interesting.
Now, here's the pitch. Drill Core is you are sent, you're like interplanetary drillers, you're sent to a planet, and then it has a day-night cycle. During the day, it is a real-time strategy game where you are controlling miners and workers in a mine shaft underneath it. It's like a side-scrolling thing. They like fly around with little jetpacks in this mine up and down, trying to gather resources that you use to buy stuff. And then at night, it's a tower defense game because what you're doing is drilling to the core of the planet. And so as you drilled farther down, aliens come down from the top. And so what you're doing is you're putting turrets on the side of the wall and building up your base with various things so that you can defeat the monsters and the bugs and stuff as they fly down. There's like different biomes, and the different biomes have different aliens. So like there's the cavernous one, which is like spiders and like other kind of similar spidery things. The frost biome, all the enemies have like a hard frozen shell, so you got to break through their armor, and then once you break through their armor, then you can get them down. And what's really cool, and then there's a jungle environment, which honestly I haven't even progressed all that far. I've got like 30 hours into this game, which is a lot for like a random indie game that I picked up on a Friday. When I say a Friday, I mean last Friday. So
I see.
Every time my kids came down on Saturday, they were like, "Dad, you're still on this?" And I was like, "Yes." What I really like about it is every run is different, because what happens is as they're digging through these planets, your guys will find these little pods, and they're technology pods. Mm-hmm. And when they bring them back to the core, you open up a random selection of technology that you have unlocked, which is different kinds of towers, different kind of modules for building up your base, buffs for your guys. You have active abilities that you can use at night, active abilities you can use during the day. You have to balance it, because if you don't build up your ability to find stuff during the day, then you're going to not have enough resources to advance. But if you don't build up your stuff at night, like if you forget to build guns at night because you're doing too much stuff at your base, the enemies just continuously, every time you go farther down into the planet, they get harder. Every day, the enemies get harder. So it is very cool. It's got a very Outer Worlds vibe, like in between missions, you get like emails that are like really funny kind of story about the like meta story about the world and all that, and I'm kind of ignoring some of that. Really, for me, this is just a purely mechanical experience. I am this is one of my favorite games of the last several years. Like
really?
I am. There is something about
you
this.
You are in.
It has its hooks in me. This is gonna be like, I am. One of the things it inspired me for the magazine. One of the things that I'm going to be writing is about, because I really like roguelike games, specifically roguelikes that are also like a smash up of different genres. And that's fair. A roguelike real-time strategy tower defense game. And tower defense is one of my favorite genres, just all forever. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of Drill Core. We'll be talking about that a lot.
That's great.
In the coming weeks. I like this game is so good. Like I kind of want to like stream it. Like that's how.
Damn.
I don't it's kind of irresponsible for me to do that, but like I kind of want to just then at least then I can justify playing it as much as I do. But also, I don't know if I'm any good, so it'll be one of those things. But so anyway, those are the games we've been playing. I mean, is there anything else that you want to highlight, Amanda, that you've gotten a chance to get to the screen?
What else have I been playing? I don't think there's really anything else in here. No, nothing else I can talk about, sadly.
That's okay. You are like the gift of games that keeps on giving, right? Because like we know that eventually we're going to be able to talk about a lot of these things, and that's very exciting. So, all right. So let's talk about some of the news, because we've actually gotten a fair amount of really interesting stuff, and we had a Pokemon Direct today.
We did.
Pokemon Direct, Pokemon Presents. But before I get to that, I think that'll probably be one of the bigger ones. I want to talk about some little news, some little things. The first one, we have the actors for Link and Zelda, for the Legend of Zelda movie that is coming in May of 2027.
Very cool.
Probably holiday 2027. Let's be honest, nothing ever comes out on time. I'm going to share the screen, and we can talk about it. So the young man is 16, and I have no idea where he's from. I don't think he's really done a lot.
Haunting of Bly Manor. That's what's his name?
That's what I remember him from.
Yeah, he's been taking over. The director's been just doing everything for horror lately.
So he's a horror actor.
Yeah,
that's why I don't know him.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's like the little boy in that one. So.
Okay, so he ain't a little boy anymore. But we can take the fact that he's a young teen. Now, for me, casting him now as Link, assuming the Legend of Zelda is a popular movie, you get 2 movies of this kid before he's a full-blown adult, right? So, he'll be 18 when this movie comes out, and then, he'll be 23, 24 when the next one comes out after that. So, we get one of him younger, fresh-faced, and then we get an older one. I think that actually works out pretty well for Link, considering we've seen him as both a child and otherwise.
And then we can do like adult Link later on.
Yeah, sure.
And also go do child Link, like all that kind of stuff. They can just timeline's fluid. So
obviously, sure, he looks great. And the young lady, the guy's name is Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, which is about as stuffy of his name as I can imagine. And then they hired Bo Bragison to play Zelda, and she looks ethereal and elfish, so certainly looks fine. I mean, obviously we can't really pay attention to hair color. They can change all that when it comes time. Hair color is not immutable. I think this is very cool. What this does is this made it feel more real to me.
That's fair.
Like they're gonna be fine, I'm sure. Like, I don't know, I'm not, but like when we have actual casting, not like people who are attached. Like we talked about Sydney Sweeney a couple episodes ago, where we talked about she's like attached to an Outrun movie, and it's like, great, attractive blonde girl in a movie about racing cars in the tropics sounds awesome, but like, she's just attached. We don't have any idea. This is a little different. Now we have like actual casting announcements. So this makes it feel real. I'm looking forward to it no matter what. I mean, they could have cast, they could have cast Jason Momoa as Link, and I would have been very interested. So the real question, though, is the next big casting thing is finding out who Ganon is, because obviously that's a big part of this. And man, I'm really hoping that Ganon is something completely out of left field. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I hope Ganon is something. I'm hoping Ganon is something crazy. Like, somebody that we're just not expecting. Because, man, I didn't expect Jack Black to be such an amazing Bowser. Honestly, they should just have Jack Black be Ganon. I'd be down with that. Anyway. Let's be honest. The fact that my wife would hate it,
or Jason Momoa,
or Jason Momoa. You know what? Why not? Let's have Jason Momoa be him.
Or just have it be like a big cloud. Just
Um,
a cloud cannon.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Speaking of things that I have to share my screen in order for us to look at, so apologies to all our audio listeners, but they also, Nintendo also announced a partnership with Crocs for these Animal Crossing Crocs.
jeez.
And so I want to talk about this for just 3 seconds to tell you, there were a lot of people who were like, OMG, I don't want this. Who wants this? I'll tell you who wants this. Do you know who lost their mind about these? The
Yeah,
General.
The general, yeah.
Really?
The General was like, I want all of these. I want the Gibbets. I want the Crocs. And I'm like, you know what, honey? Let's do it, right? You know, like what the General wants, the General gets, as long as it's not
Real.
completely unreasonable. And that is not unreasonable. It's very silly, and I'm down. So anyway, those are some of the sillier announcements that I thought we'd go. Let's talk about Pokemon. Banda, when I
Yeah.
brought up the Pokemon Presents, you said you watched it and you said you kind of liked
We
it.
did. Yeah, I was watching it because I wanted more information on the new Pokemon Legends game because I loved Arceus so much. I think I talked about Arceus a ton on this show,
You did.
quite frankly. So I was excited about ZA and figured, hey, why not? I don't have any meetings until 10 a.m. So, you know, it's fine. See how long this Pokemon Presents is.
Yep.
So they had a lot of really interesting stuff that they talked about. I mean, ZA was at the end, which was great because I didn't know much about it. I didn't realize it was going to be set in a city or, you know, what the starters were going to look like. So it was neat. I've been playing Pokemon Pearl, Shining Pearl, and Sparkling Diamond with my daughter Vivian, and we've been doing a Soul Link, which means Mom made a spreadsheet for Pokemon because of course she did.
You're a producer. So of
I am a
course you made
producer.
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
You know what?
If
It could have been worse. You could have made a Kanban board.
I almost did. Yeah. That's right.
Honestly, let's be real. Kanban board for Pokemon. Like I almost feel like I should make one of those.
In a
and
box.
Just
Not in a box. With Vivian. With Mama. You know, that kind of nonsense. But
yeah.
I really
every
like
minute
the
of
way that ZA looks. Like, I'm genuinely very excited to play that game and play it alongside my daughter because she's
Yeah.
become such a Pokemon buff. We're even going to get her, like, Pokemon Home and maybe
needs
Pokemon
it.
Sleep.
You
You
need
know?
Pokemon Home. I mean, it's like a required part of the experience. What do you think of the Mega Dragonite evolution? That was a review.
That was cool. That was really, really cool. And I know that Vivi got really psyched about this brand new Mega Evolution because I was like, "Whoa, what is going on there? That Dragonair with like the
Yeah, with the wings. Yeah.
Ah, it was very cute.
I because my oldest respects spoilers in the Pokemon community, he's told me that I should be paying attention to this game because he believes that it is likely that there will be a mega evolution that is specifically important to me. I don't know exactly what he means. I have an idea. But I'm excited, and I am very excited. I thought the Dragonite Mega was great. I'm super looking forward to Pokemon ZA. The big thing, we got a release date, October 16th, which is earlier than I
Yeah,
thought it would
buddy.
be. You could almost, like clockwork, write down that a Pokemon game is going to come out the week before Thanksgiving because that's just how it be. However, they shocked the world. October 16th, the new Pokemon ZA game. If you want to make a Pokemon fan mad, tell them that your understanding is that Pokemon ZA means Pokemon ZA, meaning that it's about pizza because it's in that city that's a big circle, right? It's about pizza.
Yeah, it's about pizza. I get it.
That is that's my current trolling my teenage son bit, and it's working because he hates it because it's
That
based on
means
France.
It's funny, and you should do more.
Yep, pretty much. Other things that we learned this week. How about the fact that there's going to be a Pokemon theme park getting open somewhere in Tokyo as part of Yomiuri Land?
Not gonna lie to you, looks cool as heck, would immediately go.
Yeah, like I want.
Charge them.
What?
You need to plug them in.
Oh, you want me to plug the headphones in?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
I've been asked to plug headphones in
Oh, okay.
because somehow no one else in this house has a micro USB cord.
Real.
But hey, everybody, I'm doing my part. I'm charging my daughter's headphones. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it's a business trip, you know? Like, if we go and record a podcast in Poke Park Kanto, like, that's fine, right? The government would be okay with that, right? Maybe.
Seems
I'm
legit.
excited. I'm excited. Could you, like, here's the thing. The YouTube videos from the Pokemon nerds who are going to go see that are going to be fire. And that's going to be, I'm going to live vicariously through them for a while. Because, like, we know they're going to, like, throw Rep Valentine or whatever at that place from IGN or whatever. There's just going to be a bunch of nerds that we know that like Pokemans that are just going to be there. I'm going to live vicariously through them for a little bit.
And that's okay.
And, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll sell a whole bunch of websites. We did get some other really cool updates, like to Pokemon Cafe Remix. We got some pirate stuff for that. Pokemon Sleep is getting they're getting the Johto legendaries. Which I don't know why we want legendaries to sleep, but that's fine. An update to the trading card game, which we are used to because they always announce that. But here, how about this for an interesting announcement? A mobile Pokemon puzzle game, Pokemon
Right?
Friends. How's everybody
That
else
looks
feeling about that?
adorable. That looked so cute. I
Yeah.
definitely would like to sit down and play that with Viv. Like, I know Viv's going to be 13 this year, but we love playing adorable little games together, so.
Well, here's what I like about this, because I actually bought it. Like, after the thing was over, I went and bought it, and we have played it. What I like about this game, the way that it works is it gives you some puzzles, and you solve the puzzles to get yarn that goes into a yarninator or whatever, and it makes plushies. And then you take the plushies and you put them in rooms. And that's
As
it.
one does.
And the first puzzles are very, very, very simple. But they get a little bit harder over time. Like, this is very clearly is onboard you into mobile puzzle games. Mobile game.
Yes.
So, like, the first handful of puzzles were, like, if you didn't do it in the first, like, if you didn't, like, solve it immediately, it's because you pushed the wrong button kind of puzzles. But, you know, you get yourself a Pikachu, you get yourself a Fuecoco, whatever, and you're decorating rooms. I think this is very cool. What I like about it is that it is meant to be kind of like, I feel like it's in the same neighborhood as like the brain training games, where it really has like a little calendar on it where it's like, hey, come in, do a puzzle every day. You can set a limit on how many puzzles you can do every day. And, you know, this is my hope is I'm going to come in and try and do my puzzles and do some stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited to check it out myself. I just really liked this Pokemon Presents. There was just cool stuff going on. And I
Right.
just really enjoy cool stuff.
It's a good time of year to like cool stuff because we're coming out of
Right.
summer, and we're coming out of summer, so we just had Game Fest and all that stuff. So like the big wave of announcements is out, but now all the people that kind of come in, like it's almost August. Like it's wild that this year is flying by. So it's a good time to like cool things. We did get some more details about Pokemon Champions, which is their basically kind of Pokemon Stadium new deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. So like, I don't know if I'm more excited about it or less. But I think that it is very cool. My oldest is concerned because he does like Pokemon drafts and battle leagues and stuff, but they all use like a third-party app, and he feels like this is trying to kind of replace all that. So he's not that he doesn't know how he feels about it. What do
Okay,
you,
that's fair.
So like, are we gonna be like, are we battling people in this? Like, do you think that? I mean, do we think this is gonna be popular enough to
It
be?
looks like it. Like it
Yeah.
looks like Champions is going to be. It honestly, I think it's a natural extension of the Pokemon ecosystem if we think about it, right? Like feeding into home and sleep and everything like that, and being able to take those Pokemon that you've spent potentially years collecting and going to battle with them. I just think that's really interesting. It's like I said, it's great not to use corpo language, but to use corpo language. It's great synergy.
I mean, listen, for me, and maybe I'm just, maybe I'm on the right track and I'm not giving myself enough credit. That's been known to happen, but like,
I've met you. I'm familiar.
but like, there have to be some people that want to battle some Pokemans, but don't want to play an RPG every year.
That's real. And there needs to be room for players like that.
Yeah. So then in this case, this would kind of grab some of those guys. And yeah, I mean, I think that's where I feel like this comes into place. And I guess the question is like, how many of those people are there that would want this? But also, like, does it really have to be an or? Like, this could just be an extension of, hey, I finished the game and now I want to play multiplayer Pokemon and beat dudes up, and now I can just do it on my iPhone without having to.
I think that this is a matter of both and rather than either or. So that players who are hungry for that RPG experience in between releases, like for Vivian, she's really excited about ZA because Arceus was such a formative game for her in terms of, her love of Pokemon. So being able to have something like Champions where she can go in and she can battle like her Uncle Ryan, or she can battle me or something like that. Like that's really attractive to her.
Yeah, I think we're going to get more details. This is coming out in 2026. So This is a next year thing. But if they do
100%.
it right, I think I'm with you. I think this is probably going to be one of those games that will do some just crazy numbers. I mean, it's Pokemon.
Yeah, like let's be real, it's Pokemon. Like
so
stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah, me being like, hey, is it gonna be successful? Like, I almost kind of regretted asking that as soon as I said it, because like, of course it is, right? But so that's the bulk of the announcement. They did give us some more. We have another season of the Pokemon Concierge show, which is amazing animation. And that
I
is
need
coming.
to watch it.
Oh, you absolutely do. I think you and Viv, especially now that she likes, now that she's a big Pokemon fan. We got more news about the Pokemon World Championships which are going to be in Anaheim. I was just talking to my sons the other day about how cool it would be if they were in like Boston or New York. Because if they were in Boston or New York, we would go. And I would have so much fun. Like I 100% would enter the Pokemon TCG tournament. Like
I would come and watch you. To be honest.
I would do it. I'd do the Pokemon TCG.
That's incredible.
Right? So that is that. That is the announcements from the Pokemon Direct. Some other quick things. Just some other quick things. How's about Summer Games Done Quick raising almost $2.5 million for Doctors Without Borders? Every time.
Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Like I'm not a speedrunner or like a fan of watching speedruns, but I respect that organization and speedrunners so much. Like so much. I can't do it. I don't have the diligence or the time.
Yeah, it's like watching the Olympics for me.
It kind of is. Yeah, that's fair.
It's like it's watching. Go ahead.
I tuned in for one, and it was the Blueprints speed run. That was.
I bet that was amazing, though.
Yeah, it's just like watching the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so interesting what they do.
I watched a lot of it. I mean, what I did is, I work from my desk. So I'm sitting here in the lab and I just put it up on mute on one of my left-hand monitors. And every once in a while, I just kind of look to my left and I'd be like, oh, they're playing this thing. And it was crazy good. The highlight of the weekend, a 55-minute 2-player co-op Super Mario Odyssey speedrun, where they were using Cappy to do some insane stuff. But what's interesting is when they finished this week of Summer Games Done Quick, the Australia did their own version, and it's much, much smaller and much cozier. And I caught a 10-hour Final Fantasy X speedrun.
Whoa.
And it was fantastic. I love any percent glitchless RPG runs where it's like, oh, this is a 50-hour game that we're going to finish in 10.
Yeah, let's don't
Love
worry
it.
about
It was basically like an entire day of me watching it, and they went through. The only thing that stinks is that they spoiled all the plot for me that I had forgotten.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, I'm doing a playthrough of this. And I said, you know what? I'm committing to the bit. I want to see this. And so I was there the whole time. I watched it from beginning to end.
That's so great.
And, they ended up raising like $1,000 over the course of the day. And you know what?
I love it.
We love it. So they were raising money. They were raising money for the cancer charity that is usually Awesome Games Done Quick, which is the winter one. So because the Games Done Quick organization, I think so.
That would make
or
sense.
they talk about St. Jude's a lot. But like Summer Games Done Quick, Doctors Without Borders, Awesome Games Done Quick, which is in January, and it's in Pittsburgh, by the way.
Interesting.
I was talking to the general. I was like, honey, Awesome Games Done Quick is in January, and it's in Pittsburgh, which I could drive to. And she's like, yeah, how much does it cost to go? And I was like, you know what? I have no idea. I never thought about this. Miranda, one of our EFG super fans, is in the YouTube chat. Hey, Miranda, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Amanda, you would absolutely love Miranda. She's super cool. Unless it is, I have to assume that this is Miranda. Is it Miranda? I hope it's Miranda. I haven't seen her YouTube username before. But I'm going to assume. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, so they raised $2.5 million. I was very excited to watch all of it. I love this. I love those things. I love watching them with my kids, and so that's one of the things that we kind of nerd out about. Other interesting things here, Amanda. Remember when we saw Rah Rah Boom?
Yes, vaguely.
The lane-based cheerleading brawler game.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I was like, why does that sound so familiar? The answer is yes, I do remember.
Did you know that number one, it's not out yet? But did you know that it's coming out in less than a month?
I did not. That is, in fact,
12th.
news to me.
Up to 4 players playing Rah Rah Boom. There's a free Steam demo right now. It's going to come on PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Weirdly, no Switch, but I'm sure that is just a matter of quality control because this feels like a Switch game. So they got to do cert. We understand how this works. You don't just put games on consoles for free. So yeah, you know all about this. So this is one of those games that there's a YouTube video for it. And I definitely think it's called Rah Rah Boom, RA space boom. I think everybody needs to take a look at this. It is very neat. We saw it and I played it and it was very like it's a beat 'em up, but the fact that it's lane based means that there's guns involved. So there's a little bit more ranged combat. And the fact that it's lane based and you're kind of hopping back and forth and up and down in between these lanes kind of solves one of the problems of modern brawler games, which is sometimes you just don't know if you're in range to hit a guy. But now you are because there's a series of lanes. So if they're in your lane, you can hit them. And that, I think, I don't want to say accessibility, but it's just that little bit of extra design to like make it just that much easier to understand where you are. And it certainly will help me because I do struggle with that in my brawler games. As much as I love them, that is one of those, I don't know if I'm in the right space. So I'm a big fan of that. Also, one of the cheerleaders has a bazooka.
As one does.
And who doesn't want to play as who doesn't want to play as a cheerleader with a bazooka? And lastly, how about Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora getting an update this coming December?
Fascinating. Giving it a third person camera
Yeah.
mode, like that's wild. That'll change the entire game, because one of the big things that you sit down and you do at the beginning of like basically pre-production is, what's our camera? Like, changing the camera for the entire game is just wild to me. It's wild.
Well, it makes sense then that it's coming out in December, but it is coming out right alongside the next movie, which is kind of a cool way to kind of
Yeah.
What is that?
it's kind of a cool way to kind of
launch. Is it 2 years after it launched?
Yes. Miranda in the chat saying that she is she coming back to Rah Rah Boom. She says that she does think it's a little bit of an accessibility thing. So maybe I was being a little harsher on myself, because depth perception can be an issue with some folks depending on some visual impairments and other disabilities. Fair enough. Honestly, I think it's very cool and very elegant the way they do it. I think it's one of those you kind of got to play it. But I think it's also going to make it play a little faster, because you're kind of hopping between those lanes as opposed to just moving.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I think what's really interesting about this is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, when it first came out, like, it wasn't really a movie tie-in, right? Like it,
No.
but
No,
which
not
it
at all.
should have been. Like, if the world made sense, it would have been a movie tie-in game. But now it kind of gets to, and it feels like that this game came out, it was moderately successful, right? Like, it didn't blow the roof off the doors, you know what I mean?
Nope,
But
it did not.
it was good. People liked it. It was, check it out, it's Far Cry with space aliens. It was a T-rated Far Cry, which is something that we don't get very often. It's kind of one of the things I liked about Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Is that Tiny Tina's Wonderland is a
Really
T-rated
like that.
Borderlands game. And so it's one of the reasons we liked it. And now that they just kind of, rather than redo the whole thing, they gave it a third-person mode, which honestly I think is going to give this game a whole new life. And releasing it right around the time when there's a new Avatar movie. We know the last Avatar made a lot of money, put a lot of eyes in the franchise.
Very
I think-
smart.
I think, what was the word we used before? Synergy.
Yeah,
We like synergy in cross-media promotions.
it's a beautiful
What do you mean?
thing.
Also, not gonna lie, this game is sick. It was sick.
I
played it.
haven't even played it yet, and I
Dude,
keep looking at it, and
Amanda.
it's staring at me.
Man, at someday, like, listen, I think you would like it. It's a cool
I'm sure I would. I enjoy Pandora. I think it's
Yeah.
a really interesting
and
setting.
also in their trailer for it, they talked about, like, it had a bunch of extra DLC packs.
Mhm.
One of them is a story pack that introduces a whole new zone that is really all about flying. So it's just another one of those floating mountain ranges where
I
it's
dig
just
it.
it's all aerial combat, and they're like, we just really wanted to kind of up the ante on the aerial combat, because one of the big things is you eventually get to get one of those flying lizard monster things. I don't know what they're called, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. They're the ones, the flying lizard monster things.
Of course.
And the fact that we have that, I started playing this with Pro Gamer Nana. This was like the birth of Pro Gamer Nana, and one of the things that she had trouble with was the first person camera, because she spent all this time creating her Navi, and then she could only see her hands outside of the menu. And I'm like, well, guess what we're going to be able to do.
Sometimes it do be like that until the developers say, "Yeah, okay, we see you."
Yeah. And I don't
then
care
you
if
turn
this
the
was, yeah. And I don't care if this was a creative decision on their part. Or if this was the Ubisoft bosses coming down and being like, you need to come up with a way to make this game come out again on when the
That's
new Avatar movie.
hilarious.
I don't know which one. I don't really care which one it is. Listen, keeping the team employed, I could add in an anime mode. I don't care. Make it so that you like do anime racehorses. I don't care, as long as they keep people employed. Miranda saying she's bad at aerial stuff in games, especially if they invert the controls on you. My understanding, I actually didn't get that far in the game because I was trying to play it with my mom and it's harder. But my understanding is that the aerial controls are not that bad. That's the words that I was given. I am terrible at video games. Hilariously bad. So I'm sure I would crash into walls all over the place. So I don't know. I'm bad. But guys, we did it.
We did.
It's a nice little grab bag episode. Talking about some fun stuff.
It was nice.
It's,
I love talking about Pokemon.
Oh, look at that. What are we building? Are we building? Is this what are we building this week? Oh, Django.
Django. Very cool.
John, I do want to clarify. I don't need Soundwave. We don't need to add him to the list.
Oh yeah.
If it was Blaster, though.
But I think it has the sound brick in it, which is really cool.
Listen, I am very happy for a few of the nerds that are out there. It's just everybody sent it to me because everybody knows that I'm a nerd who loves Transformers and loves Legos. So like it's perfect. However, Soundwave is not my guy. Blaster is my guy. So if they make a Blaster, now they did have a green crane in the background there. Now I'm just saying, I know you can't tell me if they make a Lego Devastator.
Oh, that's for you and Mike.
Yeah, I know. But
if they make a Lego Devastator, that one I'm gonna have to pre-order and get it day one.
I was so like.
I know you can't tell us.
I can't tell you because like, for one thing, I could only see a certain amount into the future, and also legally can't tell you.
Of course you can. I know this.
When Optimus came out, I was able to look into the future. I didn't know anything other than Optimus was coming out. So Bumblebee coming out and then having those brickheads that came out last year, that's Bumblebee and Optimus. I had no idea were coming because I thought it was going to be a one-off license. So this opens up to a lot of things. Like
it does.
It's got a sub-license, but it's not like its own thing still.
Yeah. Can I be real? Like, man, how cool would it be if they made like jazz? Like,
even your girl loves jazz.
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't he kill him in the live-action movie?
Shut up.
Didn't he?
I know they did, but that's rude. Okay.
I'm not like saying anything like.
They did.
You know,
Michael Bay did my boy dirty.
Yeah, but wasn't he? Who was the one that Pete Davidson was the voice of in the last
Mirage. Very different.
I'm sorry.
Here's the problem. Mirage just should have been jazz. Like the way they characterized
Honestly,
it.
Mike and I talked about that.
That's why I forgot.
And that's what he said too.
Like the characterization of Mirage just should have, like if they just said, "Hey, this is jazz,"
and not use
like,
Pete Davidson.
Well, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care having Pete Davidson be Mirage. Like that's fine, or not Mirage, Jazz. Like that doesn't bother me. The original voice of Jazz is dead, so no matter what they do, it's going to be somebody new, and I don't care if it's Pete Davidson. That's fine, but like it just should have been Jazz, because Mirage is.
I'm still waiting for the payoff on that movie.
Well, we're going to be waiting a long time. Although they're going to make another movie. Anyway, this is before this turns into Transformers the movie cast, and we put Amanda to sleep. She got to go eat dinner. So
I got to go eat. That's the vibe.
Everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed recording. Which is, unfortunately, I'm setting the bar really high for you because podcast night is best night for us. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to talk about, looking at the calendar, I believe we will be talking all about Gen Con. We will likely be able to talk about how exciting Fantastic Four was, and we'll be getting ready to make the next issue of the EFG magazine at EFG Con. So, everybody, which we are so sad. We're just going to get you the dates ahead of time. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a great night. And until then, don't forget to get your family game on. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Amanda, you go eat. I'm going to go eat. I didn't eat either.
All right, guys.
You guys, see you later. Bye.
Later.
Okay, love you. Bye.